That's right, Shrek was just entered into the National Film Registry. There's just one problem. I asked the Library of Congress for a copy, and they sent me this weird version. That's for the Game Boy Advance.
What the fuck? Oh!
You see, we sent you that Game Boy movie. Shrek's disciples have reached the highest level of government. How else would we have gotten Shrek into the Library of fucking Congress?
Oh, I finally found you!
Wait a minute. Do I know you?
Pepsi for TV game.
I'm here to finally destroy that menace. Pepsi Man. He will stop at nothing and take away everything you love, everything you cherish and care about, and turn it into Pepsi. He turned my dog into Pepsi! And you remember all those cans strewn about in the living room? Some of those aluminum cans were my wife and my children. I had to sell the scrap from my can family just to pay for their funeral.
Are you okay, man?
Does it look like I'm okay? I'm turning into Pepsi!
They can't just be thrown away. They can't just be destroyed. They need to go into space because I don't even want to live on the same planet where any charred remains of these filthy dung heaps reside.
God. Damn you all to hell!
All hail Sega. Buy another Dreamcast.
What did you say? Is that what this is all about? You've evolved into a Sega mascot? A piece of promotion? Just like the old Sega commercials. How they brainwashed kids with their blast processing. People play this game and get so attached to Seaman that the line between reality and unreality begins to blur. Just like how people are so attached to the internet.
Just don't come to me when you're biologically fused to your computer screen and haven't changed your underwear or talked to a real person in weeks.
That's right. People will all become mindless slaves to the internet. Remember the Sega channel? Sega was one of the first to offer downloadable gaming. By attaching this device to your Genesis, you were plugged into their network. We're all caught in the spider's web, and the final part of the grand scheme was the evolution of the Dreamcast with Seaman. Sega sentient electronic global annihilator. It's hell-bent on world domination. Why else would the Sega have tried to overtake such a big corporation as Nintendo with their Genesis Does What Nintendo Don't campaign? Why were the systems named after planets? The Saturn, the canceled Neptune. The Sega was trying to consume the whole galaxy, eventually the universe. And why does Seaman want to know so much about your family?
Ha! My knowledge of you and your family grows ever more complete.
The Sega is trying to consume your identity, to learn all about you so it can become you. The Podfish are coming. They're here already. You're next. You're next. The strange thing is that Deng Xiaoping actually died in 1997. The game predicted the future. In fact, 1997 was the year the United Kingdom returned their rule of Hong Kong back to China. The movie from '94 forecast this in the tagline, 99 years of British rule are about to come to an end. Hong Kong will never be the same. The movie stars Robert Patrick, the T-1000 from Terminator 2, Judgment Day, and Judgment Day takes place in 1997. Part of Deng Xiaoping's ear is sort of cut off. Like when Mike Tyson bit off a piece of Evander Holyfield's ear in 1997. The car, I'm willing to bet, is a Mercedes-Benz in which Princess Diana died in 97. And what was the year Coca-Cola launched Surge? 97. And it's no coincidence all my Surge protectors were made in China. Rebooting the entire game after you die, just like Symphony of the Night, 97. Jackie Chan, Rumble in the Bronx, New York City, the Big Apple. The year Steve Jobs returned to Apple in 97. The unstoppable, unrelenting song is called I Love Beijing Tiananmen, also known as I Love Peking Tiananmen. Peking duck is a famous duck dish from Beijing. And Scrooge McDuck had his 50th anniversary in 97. The game was such a titanic failure. Titanic, the movie from 97. Why was this game's sole purpose to direct us to the number 97? Huh. Like the NGC 97 galaxy in the constellation of Andromeda, the Princess Andromeda, who was chained naked to a rock to be sacrificed to a monster. Like Princess Leia and Jabba in Return of the Jedi. The special edition of Star Wars in 97. Oh fuck, we're back again. Man, I was just trying to get a final answer here, but I went full circle. Like the song that keeps looping. A game that keeps repeating. Maybe it's all about a cycle. An endless cycle. Old shitty games that become new again. The past becomes the future. Birth and death. On and on. It's a cycle of life. The game is the meaning of life. And the thing that keeps life going, reproduction and food, which becomes shit. The game is fucking shit there. But you weren't just playing a game, you were on a real adventure searching for real treasures. Atari was giving out prizes, and we're not talking about cheap plastic little things you get from a McDonald's Happy Meal. No man, this was real stuff. Not since the medieval times have I heard of a treasure quest of this magnitude. It gets you really excited to play the games, so that's what I call a promotion. You be wearing your Sword Quest t-shirt with your comic books and posters, drinking out of your gold chalice with your crown, Philosopher's Stone and sword, and not to mention your Sword Quest video gaming cartridges exclusive from Atari. Atari's financial problems led them to sell the company and pull the plug on the whole thing. The biggest mystery of all is whatever happened to the remaining treasures. Eyewitness accounts and pictures prove that they all existed because they were on display during the competition. But where are they now? The guy who bought Atari was a guy named Jack Trammell. Some comments online from people in the business have said that they've seen the sword hanging in Trammell's living room. There's no pictures or any hard evidence to support this, but if he does have the sword, it's most likely he has the crown and the Philosopher's Stone as well. Somebody's gotta find out. The real Sword Quest is the quest for that sword and the other treasures. They belong in the hands of gamers who earn them. You know, everybody who put those games in their Ataris had a chance of winning. It was something to dream about, but that dream's been thrown down the toilet. It's 30 years later, but I say the contest must go on. Finish the last game. You can't have earth, fire, and water without air. The balance of the cosmos must be restored. The true bearer of that sword must be found. The kingdom of nerdom depends on it. Berenstain Bears conspiracy theory. It's on the internet. That means it must be real. Faulty memory is one thing, but how could so many people be wrong? I know it was Berenstain. I saw what I saw. And the only way to prove it is with my own childhood books. No, it can't be. These are the same books. I remember the torn page, the mustard mark, the shit stain. These are my old books, but it was spelled Steen. It was spelled Berenstain. It was spelled Berenstain. It was spelled Berenstain. You shouldn't have come here. Get away. Now! I was just trying to prove the Berenstain Bears were spelled with an E. I know. There exist many universes with infinite little minor differences. The universe you come from, it was spelled Steen. At some point between your childhood and now, you and a lot of other people unknowingly crossed over into this universe where it is spelled Stain. That's only one example of many other things that people blame on bad memory. So these aren't my childhood books. They are, but they're your childhood books from this universe. The ones you remember are still in the other universe. So I can't get to them. No, these undetected interdimensional crossovers happen all the time. Nobody can truly go back to their childhoods. It's all different now. Like Ninja Turtles on NES. Admit it, you liked that game as a kid. It wasn't until you grew up, you changed your mind and thought it was shit. Did you ever think maybe it was good? You didn't change. The game changed to shit. My God. Like where I come from, Double Dragon 1 and 2 sucked. 3 was the good one. No way. Yeah, only thing it had that weird typo. Billy and Jimmy? How'd they make a mistake like this? Billy isn't even a real name. We all know it's Bimmy and Jimmy. No fucking way. Well, how about those bears? Are you from the Steen or Stain universe? Neither. Now I've told you everything. You need to go. One last thing. Why are you here? I'm one of the rare individuals to find a way to hop between dimensions, to find the universe I came from. I wanted to go back, but it's all in vain. When two of the same person are in the same universe creates a paradox. The only way to restore balance, one of them has to die. I killed you. Holy shit. And I killed you again. And again. And again. But I'm done running. I'm here to be sacrificed. Sacrificed by who? The ones who will restore balance if I don't myself. They're coming for me. Get out of here. Save yourself. In my universe, it's not Berenstain or Berenstain. It's Bloodstain. These are the real bad news bears!
That's what it looks like. All this fire and skulls, it looks like hell. There's sort of like a heart shape around it. Yeah, a heart around hell. Does that mean that this game loves hell? This game worships the devil. Oh my god, of course it does. Why is there so many inverted crosses? What's the H stand for? Hell? How about the part with the tarot cards? The N, Necronomicon? The P must be possession. Or maybe pentagram. Well, of course, the pentagram makes an appearance everywhere. It's no doubt that the 7 sons of Bowser represent the 7 deadly sins. You kneel before Satan on the block, and after 6 seconds you fall through. There's 6 arrows on the possession meter, and to reach the goal you go in the 6th door. That's 666. Everywhere you look, it's the number of the beast. In The Wizard, the game's introduction is basically the gates of hell opening. Yeah, video Armageddon. The devil watches you through the whole game. The clouds have eyes, the hills have eyes. Yeah, literally, the hills have eyes. Thanks heaven, and we know that there's no need to thank heaven unless there's the presence of hell. There's 8 worlds. In the 8th world, there's 5 spaces you can stand on where giant hands drag you down to your doom. There's 12 tanks you gotta jump on before the goal, and it takes me 12 jumps to get Bowser to fall down the hole. The 8th letter of the alphabet is H, 5 equals E, 12 equals L. What's that spell? Hell! And what's it sound like when you play the game backwards? This game's a product of the fucking devil. And none of the other Mario games are like that, so I don't know why it's only this one. But in conclusion, all I can say is that other than being the total epitome of evil, Super Mario Bros. 3, it's a good game. So good it's a sin.
Your mother.
Oh my. Oh my god, it's a possessed NES.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
The fuck did you just say?
I said, your mother sucks cocks in hell.
Oh!
Wait! We just want to ask you some questions about E.T.
E.T.? Eat lead, you FBI scum!
No! Wait, we're not FBI, we're just gamers. We want an interview.
Gamers? Why didn't you say so? Come in! Quickly, everyone, into the kitchen! Come!
Everybody into the fridge now.
Wait, what are we doing in here?
They might be listening to us. You understand? They can't hear us in the fridge.
Who can't hear us?
Who do you think? Many years ago, I was a scientist at a non-existent place called Dreamland, or Area 51, as the civilians came to know it. It was the height of the Cold War, and Americans were as paranoid as potheads at a policeman's ball.
So you're an ex-Area 51 employee. Jeez. Don't people ever get bored of all this Area 51 nonsense?
Yes, it's true. Now listen. Chocolate pudding?
No, I'm all right.
A beer?
Yeah.
There you go. Anyway, I was a rising star in their aerodynamics program. So they put me onto the ongoing top-secret Roswell project as their head reverse engineer.
Roswell, there it is again. The UFO crashed there in 1947, right?
Precisely. When that sucker crashed in the desert, it broke up like one of those clay pigeons in Duck Hunt. There was metallic debris all over the desert.
Or Debris.
No, it's debris.
Well, there's an S. Why isn't it pronounced Debris?
A greater mystery than this. Anyway, the metal was like nothing on Earth. It was thin, almost identical to tinfoil, except that it reacted strangely when you played around with it, displaying strange magnetic properties. I was one of few who figured out how to harness the powers of this metal. The government wanted me to rebuild the Roswell spaceship. But I realized that any nation with a spacecraft like that would have unstoppable power. Our civilization wasn't ready for that, so I refused to continue on the project. Needless to say, I was forced into resignation. After that, my life quickly went into a tailspin. I couldn't find work as a custodial engineer, let alone a reverse engineer.
What does this have to do with anything?
Well, my resentment towards those Area 51 pricks got the best of me, and I found the instrument of my retribution. Video games. Ooh. I took notice of a young, pioneering game designer, Howard Scott Warshaw, whose games were revolutionary in their day. Not only were they met with great success, but he also came up with inventive ways of hiding little secrets within the games, such as his own initials or hidden characters. This gave me the inspiration I needed. I began developing a program which emulates the Area 51 floor plan, a perfect blueprint of their precious secret base. Meanwhile, Warshaw was asked to begin the now infamous E.T. game. Atari gave him only 5 weeks to complete the whole project. Yes, the game was finished, but no one can single-handedly design a game in 5 weeks. Unbeknownst to everyone, that final night before the Christmas deadline, I offered him my Area 51 code, and he accepted.
So, you're saying the E.T. game sucks ass because it's not really meant to be a game? It's a floor plan to Area 51?
What can I say? Subversiveness has always been my downfall. Naturally, I was on a watch list and they found out or whatever, and the next thing I know, the government, not Atari, orders a recall on all the games and dumps them into the Alamogordo Desert.
Holy shit!
They say there was once a game unlike any other, that infiltrated arcades in '81 when gaming fever was hot. It captivated the youth, who lined up in a magnetic trance to play it, at a price more than any coins were worth. They would succumb to an addiction more powerful than any drug, and be struck down by an illness more dreadful than any virus. Memory loss, nightmares, seizures, possibly suicide were all attributed to its ambiguous wake of terror. And then it vanished like a specter in the night. Its name was Polybius. Well, damn. I gotta play it then!
Well, this is Polybius. It is probably a fake. You know, like I said before, a lot of people have made fake cabinets. What if it's real? Let's say it is. It's a slim chance, but you never know. What if it has dangerous effects, and if those effects can be inflicted over a video recording? I don't feel like my senses are deprived at all. I feel like my senses are heightened more than ever. I could see every pixel, every speck of light. I could smell the paint on the Pac-Man machine in the next room. I could hear the crickets, the rats clawing on the sewer walls. I can hear the colors. I can hear the colors. Oh, I can't stop playing! I can't stop! I swear I have no recollection of doing that. Or this. Alright, so I deliberately locked myself in using my own word combination lock for my camera case. There is a big loading door on the other side of all this somewhere, so I can't get to that. I think I'm going to throw in the towel here and say, come get me. The location is at... Ah! This fucking game. I can't stop playing this fucking game! Just look at it! No! Don't look at it! Every day I have to keep editing out footage of the game because it wants to be seen. It fucking wants to be seen.